Just 2 hours ago, Allied air forces began an attack on military targets in Iraq and Kuwait. This conflict started August 2nd when the dictator of Iraq invaded a small and helpless neighbor. Kuwait, a member of the Arab League and a member of the United Nations, was crushed. Its people brutalized.
Did you say something? He said oil can.
And as president, I can report to the nation, aggression is defeated, the war is over.
Where do you want to be oil first?
He said his mouth.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order.
When our founders declared a new order of the ages.
I've held that axe up for ages.
On my orders, coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance to undermine Saddam Hussein's ability to wage war. These are opening stages of what will be a broad and concerted campaign.
Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam.
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 Saddam Hussein.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole.
If you'd really like to know, he went that way.
But the way we're going to win over the long term is not just militarily. We've got to win over hearts and minds. We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
After 1989, President Bush said, and it's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order, and instead it looks like we got a lot of disorder.
Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad.
But I don't want to go among mad people.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Weapons of mass destruction. Weapons programs.
The deadliest of weapons.
Terrible weapons. Nuclear weapons.
Nuclear weapons.
Poison gas. Torture chambers. Mass graves.
Deadly technologies.
Radical ideology of hate.
It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television.
The main reason we went into Iraq at the time was we thought he had weapons of mass destruction. It turns out he didn't.
You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
Terror.
Terror.
Terror. War on terrorism. War against terrorism. The evil terrorists. 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 Terrorists.
What did Iraq have to do with what? The attack on the World Trade Center. Nothing.
Goodness. If the people here are like that, I must try not to upset them.
Like everyone else, you were born into bondage. Born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
Even that does not describe why the world has changed so much and why the world has turned so much toward a new world order and a new kind of civilization.
You are a slave.
The tinsmith forgot to give me a heart. No heart? No heart. All hollow.
You are tuned in to God's Property Radio. Here are your hosts, Sam and Dan.